Fazil, did you had a haircut? Oh yeah. 27th of May 2022. So we had a haircut, though I had like hair to tie over, then I was like keep it open so that like you should. By the way, this is like the teddy bear, which we in the family name was like Ruby. So high five Ruby. When you're training a lot of people who are parents and stuff, you need to keep this stuff handy because sometimes kids jumps into the video, and when you're doing the session and when the kids jumps into the video, they're like, hey, can you play with this and stuff like this? So you can have fun with the kids as well, and kids start loving you. That brings us. Thank you so much for joining this fun video. In this fun video, we are going to talk about executives' approach to action taking. Now, this is going to be an interesting video, and this video is, since you're watching it already, this video is going to help you take actions forward. Like, how can you take that? The alternate name I had is 5 ways to push yourself to work and take action. I was like, okay, that's a boring headline. I like executive's approach, and who is going to execute it? That's you going to execute it, and this is a revision for me. It's like, okay, for even you need to be doing these things. And these are the 5 things that I've learned over a period of 3 years, and from multiple books I've kind of learned, and I've kind of aggregated things in 5 steps. Point number 1, point 2, not 5 steps. Point 1, point 2, point 3, point 4, point 5. We're going to discuss 5 points in this one video, where from different books I've kind of taken what I've learned and how it has been helping me. So I'm going to share it with you in this interesting video. Thanks so much for joining in. Let's rock the show. Now, point number 1 is the future self. Now, this is something that I've taken from, where's the book? Oh, it's outside. Is it over here? It's outside. The future self. This concept, this is something I've learned from Ryan Serhant. Ryan Serhant, RYANCERHANT. He has a YouTube channel. Good guy. Learned so much from him, and this is something that he shared in his book as well as in his vlogs and stuff. Like future self. How can you model your future self? Now go back 20 years into the time. Go not into the time. Go back 20 years ahead than you. Go back 50 years ahead than you. Just you. Okay, I just want to meet the 50, say 60-year-old Fazil. I just want to go 60 years forward and see how the Fazil looks like. How Fazil is successful. If Fazil is successful, when Fazil is successful, what does Fazil does on a daily basis that makes him so successful? What does Fazil do? Like, how is Fazil's routine? How is Fazil managing relationships? How is Fazil selling? How is Fazil closing a deal? How is Fazil coaching people, building communities, building strategies for people, building businesses from scratch? I want to know exactly how that dude is how that dude looks like. So that's just the future Fazil. I just have to go out there, tap into that Fazil, and come back over here and do the things today. So that is going to take. Eventually, I'm going to go meet that Fazil tomorrow. It's going to take next 50 years, but then I'm going to go meet that dude tomorrow. I want to know exactly how that person does, because these two Fazil are different. I'm struggling today. That person is also struggling but on a different level. That dude has made money, made great relationships, great businesses, great relationships with so many people, and work ethic is on a different level altogether. Great physique, mindset, all cool things. But to do that, I have done today something. So just go to meet that person, and I feel like you cannot, that's not like Back to the Future sort of thing. But then you kind of think, okay, if I do this today, I'm going to be that person today. So what is this thing today? You do that. Point number 1. The thing 2 is the best self. Now this is something that I've got over here. Is this book? Yes. From Mike Bayer, this dude. I'm yet to read this, but then I've kind of read like, say, almost 80 pages here. Almost 80 pages. And one of the coolest thing in this book, the whole concept of this book is there is the best self of you and there is an anti-self of you. Like for example, if you are getting irritated by something, that's not you. Though that's you, that's an emotional part of you, but then you are not that. So if Fazil was in the great peak performance in a way, or Fazil is on a peak performance, peak level. Fazil is doing great things. Why is Fazil doing great things? Because Fazil was in the peak state of doing things. Now, what is that best self? If I was, okay, let me go talk about the best self. Okay, if the best version of Fazil, if the best version of Fazil is very calm at times or stressed, chaos, mess. So when there is actually a stress, chaos, mess, the anti-self is going to kick in. It's like you're going irritated, shouting at people, messing around with people, like throwing tantrums and stuff like that. I should do that. So there are two different traits of me. There is the Fuzzle who says calm, and there is a Fuzzle who gives out tantrums and stuff like that. For example, getting in at people, shouting at people, all sorts of negative stuff, all sorts of great stuff. At the moment, which one should I pick? So that's the whole theme line of being the best self. Like the future self we discussed, there is what the best self. Okay, I just have to do the things that the best version of Fuzzle is going to do. A Fuzzle is pathetic and very lazy working out. Okay, what would the best version of Fuzzle will be doing at the moment? It's not going to be lazy. It's not going to be lazy. Though even though you're feeling sleepy and lazy, but the best version of this is like, I have to work today so that I can be a better person tomorrow. I want to be better. I want to be great. I want to have a great health today and then tomorrow and then continue all the way to years. So the best version of me is going to, no matter how sleepy I am, I'm going to do it. So the best version of you. Third thing is something that I have kind of worked on, which helps me personally, Fuzzle, is the Youngster. So we have kind of discussed, went all the way to the future self, the best version of you at the moment, and you go back, young version of you. There are times, now this is going to be interesting now, there are going to be times where at the moment when you're watching this video, you might feel very low, for example. I think one of the reasons you're watching this is you're feeling low in. So how can we deal with the situation? You're feeling low, you don't like to take action, you might probably procrastinate a lot, you might probably push. There is something deep down in you so disturbing you and unresting you within you that you're not even thinking about taking action. Though you know that action is to be taken on a priority basis, but then you kind of like, I'm going to watch Netflix and chill today. I just don't want to face it because you're kind of scared to do things and stuff like that. Now, that's your current situation, for example. What do I mean by young self is go back in time and think about where you made good decisions, where you made big decisions, where you did something uncomfortable which resulted out in a great outcome, where you were somewhere that you did something, you made some choice, you made some an abrupt choice that led you to great outcomes. For example, I tell you, the youngster that always imagine his third year 2016, where I used to not even think about the consequences. I used to just wear my riding kit, get the helmet, fill the petrol. I not even had I don't had money. Those were the college days. Just you had just pocket money, and that pocket money I used to save it and keep it for the fuel, the petrol. That's all. No fuel for further, just for petrol, just for the vehicles, just for the bike's fuel. And I never used to think on a weekly basis I used to go to that city, that place, this place, just roam around on a weekly basis, going on rides. And that was and always is going to be an inspiration for me when I'm kind of feeling okay, I don't want to take this action. I'll just go visit back 2016. How would it further take an action then? Further used to think. And now that we are thinking so many things about consequences, we are already paralyzed in taking action. Like in to the young version of Fuzzle, how that Fuzzle take an action then. And then okay, you are kind of paralyzed and frozen to take a big decision. Like I'll go back to 2016, where I decided I don't want to further study anymore. I just finished my first degree, the BCom graduate, whatever that is, accounts. Half of the graduation certificate is in English and next other language. I'm like, okay, great. I don't even want to study next. I just want to start business, build business like that. So that was the biggest decision of my life. Not to continue further education, the typical education. That was a big decision. So when I am kind of stuck and frozen in today's decision, I was like, okay, what made me do that? Okay, Fuzzle was fearless. Fuzzle did not even think. Fuzzle used to just go on, no consequences like that. So when you kind of figure that out, the young version of you who used to be fearless back in the day, leverage that. Take an action today. Point number 3. Point number 4 is something very interesting. Anchor motivators and inspirations, but never rely on them. Definition. Motivators are an external push. Motivators are something that's an external. You listen to a motivational song. You listen to motivational music. You listen to motivational speeches and speakers and cool stuff. External. You're kind of getting influenced by it to take an action. Inspiration is something it comes from within you, and I am inspired to do things. When you're saying you're inspired, okay, I'm so connected with my own purpose that I want to do things. Nothing can stop me then. That's an inspiration. Motivation and inspiration can fade away over a period of time. It's true. It gets faded away over a period of time because this is an emotion. and emotions fade away. Now you feel so happy. How many years did you had a plan on the last week of December that I'm going to join the gym, I'm going to get in shape? Always. How many years? Like, if you can just count those years, they'll be like good single digit, double digit now years where you actually wanted, you paid for the membership, you went for the week, you went for the second week, you third week, no. Then you next time you go to gym is the next year. It's like, because that emotion fades away. The commitment is there, but then because of the emotion is fading away, the commitment fades away as well. That's why the next year the commitment comes back to the picture. Now, anchoring motivators, and inspirations. You just anchor it on a daily basis. One of the coolest things that I do, I love to give charities and contributions. And those days when I not even went close to making money, but I want something to motivate me. I wanted something to inspire me. So I was like, okay, there are a couple of online fundraisers. What I should do, I just should go to their website and come back. I do that once, that's all. And after that, no matter how many times I go and visit YouTube, no matter what I want to watch, they are retargeting me. They are remarketing what they're doing. When they keep on doing it, every video that I watch, they put their hand to it. Every video that I want to watch, like be it a song, be it a series, be it whatever that is, they put their hand. And the more I do that, I felt more guilty. And it kind of gave me the motivation to work more. It kind of gave me an inspiration. Like, if I see, there are people who are in need. You need to stop watching this, what you're watching, and start working on something. And once you start working on something, you're going to make money. Once you start making money, you're going to segment that into charities and general expenses and wealth, stuff like that. So once you do all that cool things, then you will be eligible to even give charities. So that was how I kind of kept myself motivated, inspired, but I never relied on it. It's like these are external anchors, not something that you can rely on. Now, moving on to the fifth point is going to be an interesting one. If not relying on them, what do you have to be doing? Building momentum. Build momentum. I am kind of mentioned build momentum, not habits. Now again, the context to it is like, when you build a momentum, when you work on the momentum is going to work on you. When you build the momentum, when you take care of the momentum is going to take care of you. The definition of it is you do something for 60 days consistently. Day 1, day 2, day 3, and keep a track of it. Day 4, day 5, day 6, day 7, day 8, day 19, day 29, day 39, day 49, day 68. Day 61, you feel so lousy that you don't even want to get up and work out. You feel so pathetic. Like, you're not sick, but you don't feel like doing it. Now, the tricky part is, are you going to do it or not? If you do it, it's going to be the 61st day, then 62nd day. If you don't do it, you go back all the way to day 1, and from next day, if you plan to start it, it's going to be day 1. Will you be able to take care of that pain? That's what happens when you build a momentum, and subconsciously, subliminally, on the sideway, habits are being built. So, but the focus has to be, the momentum has to be built. I have to do this for me. It's all about 91 days of doing something. It has to go inside your DNA. The momentum, the habit is not like, it has to go within you. So no matter what you do, for example, you want to do meetings on a daily basis, 91 days. Let it go inside, so that 92nd day you feel so weird without a meeting that you want to actually have a meeting. Another example, workout. Do something for 91 days. More than, it's a weird thing, like 90 days, 3 months. I just wanted to push through 90 and make it one as well. When you do it for 91 days, the workout goes inside you. So no matter what happens, you're feeling sick. I did workout when I was having food poisoning. I did workout when I was sick. I did workout when I actually had food in the breakfast. That was first time when I had the breakfast, and then I had to do the workout. I was like, my stomach was so full, and that day I had back workout, and every time I was doing any workout than for that 20 minutes, the food was coming. I was like, oh, did it? The workout, not the vomit. Did I did worked out? I did worked out. Not the vomit. Okay? Then kept it subtle so that it doesn't come. So, build momentums, not habits, so that this will make you take action. 5 points. Future self, best self, youngster. Anchor soups, motivators, and inspirations. Not rely on them completely. 5th one is build momentum. That brings us to the conclusion of this video. Now, you have to take actions, right? So you need to comment on below what you have learned, the best first takeaways of this one video. That's one. Second thing, whatever is stopping you, whatever you feel is important at the moment to do that. Go do that. Stop watching this video and go and do that. And that brings us to the conclusion of this video. Thank you so much for making this video, me, a topic, and the new start here upon of your day. I'm going to see you in another exciting video. Thanks so much. May peace and blessings be upon you and with your loved ones.